Hey everybody, welcome back. It's streaming time again. We are back in Minecraft today. And we are working on it's not picking up my game. Hello. There we go. Alright. There it goes. Okay, good. Alright, today we're gonna be working on expanding the city out this direction. We've kinda set up a little bit of the space, but we haven't really started on any of the road work or finishing up cleaning up this terrain here or laying out any buildings. We're going to take a little bit of a break from the fortress because I feel like I'm getting very samey with what we're doing over here. It's just been tower after tower after tower after tower. I mean, last time it was a square one. Ooh, a little bit different, but still very much the same. I have cleaned up a little bit more things, kind of adjusted stuff. We added this little section off stream here and just kind of did a little bit of just general cleanup over there. Picking up little details that I missed. But today I'm going to start working on the retaining wall across this section here and laying out the roadways and stuff. We are going to switch to a different style of road, this style of road here, off of this, what we've been doing, because I didn't want to continue this all the way through the whole situation. I just wanted to have it like this style of road here in this old section of the city, so that it would be like kind of like they'd been here for a really long time. But on this side over here, this part of the city is going to have a whole lot of battle damage and things because it's right here next to the ocean. And it is supposed to be a fortress city. So there's going to be a lot of like destroyed buildings over here. It's basically going to be a whole district of like ruins and things like that. So we're gonna build the buildings and then we're gonna go through with strategic TNT and just blow some holes and stuff. Blow it all up, make it look cool. But first we gotta build those things. So we're gonna start out by grabbing our retaining wall materials here, which of course we're not gonna be leaving them just this boring plain, whoops, retaining walls of just straight stone, right? That's just what we're doing for our base framework. What the actual final product is going to be having the cracked and the mossy texture, which we have done a little bit over here. I've been refraining from doing it a bunch because I want to get more of the buildings and stuff laid out before we do. But like you can see around the water features that we've been building, we've been adding some moss and stuff around there. Let's see, where's the section where I actually made it all mossy and cracked? I think I actually built over it, didn't I? I did, because it was right here. Okay, well, anyway. So there is going to be some more variation of stuff. We just haven't done so yet. I'm also going to go through and probably add in some other, like, random blocks and stuff here and there to keep it a little bit more interesting. I don't normally like doing that style of texturing for walls, but because these are so large, I want to do something with it. And I decided I really didn't want to do this whole pattern all the way around the city, because it would have just been a gigantic pain in my ass. And it's not something that I actually want to use for that. I want to use it as marking like specific areas. So in this case, it's our dock design. So the boat can show up right here. They can dock, they can unload and load and everything like that. And we did the same thing on the other side. On this side, we're not going to have any docks because this is meant to be the outside of the city. Like kind of the port side is inside there. And then, the entryway, water-wise, is over this way. There's this channel that runs through here. So, cargo ships and everything else will have to come through this way, all the way around to the inside to be able to dock, keeping them in a nice protected harbor. And we are going to build a sea gate right there at some point. We just haven't done so yet. That will be at a later date. But yeah, right now I just really want to get some more of this major infrastructure set up and like really kind of set in place on this part of town. It's something I've been kind of wanting to do, but I've just kind of avoided because this whole section was going to be a pain to clean up and get set up the way I wanted it to look. But we're going to go ahead and do that today. I am going to be, building up some retaining walls, and then we're going to be blowing some holes in those as well so that they look all beat up and blown up. And then we're going to have to do some interesting fill and stuff like that. And of course, I want to get the roads set up, and that's very important. So we're going to start out with that. We've got the lantern pathway kind of situation marked out here, but we're going to get rid of all these. We're going to swap away from doing that here as we move forward with the project. And start working with other materials. I don't even remember why these are all over here and just randomly sitting here. Get rid of these. Don't want these here. I think maybe somebody was coming through when it was dark and started putting some lanterns, because I don't remember doing that. I know some of these I placed, but I don't remember all of these being here. Sorry, 1 second. I got a message I need to respond to real quick. Put a typo in there. Oh, there I go. Okay, message sent. That's handled. Let's get that controller app back up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so we've been kind of just building up city. We really got a lot of work done on the fortress this side over here. I'm really happy with the way this has come out. We're definitely going to be doing more stuff like that, especially on the later districts of the city that are out that way. It's going to be a lot fancier kind of stuff than what we've been doing so far. We kept it really kind of pretty low key for the time being, actually, on crazy builds. I do like having really fancy buildings and stuff, but it just didn't feel right for the way this city is supposed to have been developed for that section that we've been working on. Of course, the upper section there is going to be, inside the fortress, is going to be extremely fancy buildings as well. For the same reason, it's supposed to be just super fancy. You know, all the ritzy, hoity-toity people, all the elite of the city, if you will. Okay, we're going to clean up this, and we are going to start running our roadways all the way out here, and we're just going to run the whole seaside section of the city. We're going to put in some floor plans and things as well today. My goal is to get a lot of it laid out, try and get as much of it as possible laid out. And we'll basically be jumping back and forth between working on this seaside district here and then working on the main fortress as we move forward in the coming weeks throughout the holiday season here in America. We've got, and across the world, really. I mean, we've got Thanksgiving coming up here in America, and then after that, we've got, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Saturnalia, New Year's. So we got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of big holidays. I won't be streaming for Thanksgiving. I will be out of town next week on Wednesday and Friday. Gonna go visit my brother. But when we come back, we will get right back to work the next week. Hopefully I'll be here on Saturday. If I'm here on Saturday, it'll probably just be a different game. It'll probably be some Robocraft 2 streaming, like I have scheduled. Just because I'm really enjoying that game, honestly. It's quite enjoyable, and I want to keep playing it. Alright, I'm actually going to put the retaining wall block away. We're going to go to shovels here now. That's not under combat. What am I thinking? The golden shovel. Okay, so we're just going to keep laying out with the grass paths here, where our roadway is going to go, and then we will work on cleaning everything up and making it look really nice after that. Now, I've kind of got a little bit of an angle going off that way, but I do want to run this straight ahead here. We're just going to kind of do this thing. We're going to go straight ahead to here. Okay, perfect. All right, and it's like kind of a 3 wide, so we'll just do one of these things. Oops, a little bit extra there. That's fine, not really a big deal. We're just going to kind of, there's our, out to that way. Perfect. We do want to keep that pretty straight going through there. We'll go ahead and kind of make this kind of mesh up here a little bit better. Perfect. Okay, so this area is going to be kind of like a big, connection point. There'll probably be some shops and stuff right here in this section. It seems pretty fitting. And then this area here is going to be a city park, kind of the central park area. Actually, you know what? I wasn't going to do, I was going to make this kind of like a central meeting area, wasn't I? But I think it actually is going to make more sense for it to be shops and stuff. I think the kind of main town square is as it were actually here. The mead hall right over this way is kind of the like, not really like the central area, but it's kind of the place where everything's going to go down as far as like, you know, people interacting for your business dealings and what have you. And then we've got the town square. We've got another one up here in the top of the fortress. We've got this big square area here in the center. But honestly, I think this kind of central crossroad right here isn't as important as a meeting point. And if it were, we would need to move this manor house, I would think, to a different location and have different things here. But we could potentially still, I mean, this is going to be a nice big park over here on this side. So there's potential for making this kind of like a meeting area for like town meetings or whatever. I also am going to build a big town hall somewhere, probably right in here, actually. Like right in this area, right over here. Or it may also potentially be actually in the Undercity. Just because I do want to have a location for like, basically I want to redo one of my old cathedral builds. It was like a big city meeting hall kind of space where, you know, people could address the city. I guess alternatively also, I mean, you know, there's ways that we can make places for where the royal people can address the common folk of the city. Most likely it would occur up here, I feel like, in the actual old fortress. Probably would be standing up here and addressing people down in the square here. But, you know, if this city is supposed to be able to support, you know, theoretically thousands of people, as it were. What up, homie? Welcome back. I recognize your name. Love to see you again. Always good to see familiar faces. Just out here kind of getting stuff set up right now for building up the old city. Trying to make it more fancy. I suppose out here would also be a good kind of like town square scenario space right outside the mead hall. I don't know. We'll see what happens here as we move through the rest of this project. Like, oh my god, I didn't plan that far ahead. Wow, I probably should have. Yep, but you know, that's not how I do things. I have a general idea for what I want the city to be, and then we just kind of work from there. Alright, so there's our pathway straight up to the mead hall here from that side of the city. And of course I want to have a road going up this direction. So let's run one this way. Kind of generally this way. Kind of just do one of these things. Right up here. Probably run one off this way. That seems like it'd be good. Want to see how the city's getting on? Yeah, well, welcome back. We're just laying out some more stuff here. You know, just trying to kind of... I wanted to step away from the fortress for a second because we've been really grinding heavy on that. I mean, that's back over this way, what we've been doing there. Earlier this week, I worked on this tower here and extending all this out and cleaning up this stuff. And then we started working on the pathway in here through the Undercity section down in here. And we're going to have all kinds of stuff built up in the walls and everything here. But today I'm working on laying out the rest of this district over here that I hadn't finished yet. That I had kind of started, but then just left sitting here fairly abandoned. Didn't mean to do that, it just kind of happened that way. But we're gonna work on that until the holidays coming up, so that way we have all this section to work on throughout the holidays. That's my goal, to kind of be working on this on into the new year. I'm hoping that by next year we can actually, by the start of next year, we can get working on the Undercity area of this district, of this portion of Nova Aquileia, which is actually quite a large section of it. But that's my goal, is to get to that point in the next coming months. I mean, the next, month and a week or so? Month and a half? Month and a week or two. I don't know, there's 8, 9 days left in this month? 8 days. 8 days left in the month. So next week, I want to be getting all this stuff set up so that way throughout December on into the new year we can be laying out floor plans and things, crank out those buildings as best we can. Don't need to do super detailed interiors on those because the plan is to make them battle damaged. And so therefore people would have likely moved out of this district after the battles happened, but they didn't rebuild, likely because either the war's ongoing or it's kind of one of those things where like maybe the population hadn't recovered yet since that battle has occurred, so there wasn't much need for people to do that. Now that wouldn't make sense if we're saying that the people here in the city, well, they've moved underground because there's just not enough space on the surface. It's a premium. Why would they leave this section battle damaged and not try and restore it? Well, there is a cult at work here in the city, and those people may be claiming citizens who went down into the Undercity, those who didn't normally, and not allowing people back onto the surface. I do primarily want to make this kind of a dying city, as it were, as the story goes, is that everything is kind of falling apart here as the cult really takes a strong hold. And so at one point, this place would have been a bustling city with tens of thousands of people, but now is reduced to far fewer, and much of the city remains abandoned. But I want there to be evidence of past people, large amounts, as it were. Just because I feel like that's very fitting for what we're doing here story-wise. And especially after a war, I feel like a necromancer is really going to be taking advantage of that. Oh, all the people have died. Let me just have more corpses for my army. Wow. More zombies and skeletons for the wars. I do honestly want to actually fill up this city with some areas where the monsters can spawn heavily. May add some spawners even to really up that level, because I really want to make this place very war torn, and to the point where if you start exploring into areas where especially the deep parts of the Undercity, I want there to be something for you to find there aside from just some empty buildings. And maybe some lore things, some lore related things. No, I want there to actually be something there for you to see. Something for you to interact with. Monsters and the like. Because that is what I enjoy. I love making dungeons and things like that. And there's all kinds of fun stuff under the surface here that we can work with. There's trial chambers down there. There's giant caverns that I can just make full of evil places. There's a lot of good stuff down there that we're going to make use of. Boy, I really got a lot of lanterns to clean up, don't I? I didn't think this was going to take as long as it has so far. Cleaning up these lanterns was not meant to take half an hour. Whoops. That's alright. Gives me a chance to yap about city lore. I suppose I can give a little background on my character too, which I haven't done yet at all. The character that I plan to portray throughout the roleplay of our server once we go live is that my character is the founder of this city, Nova Aquileia. They're a very powerful being who has been around the block, as it were. They may or may not be a godlike figure. But they're not invincible. They're still mortal. They may have a long life and not be able to die of natural causes, but they can still be killed by other means. I mean, I've already talked about it enough. My character is in fact a necromancer, summoning the dead to fight in his armies, as he is the demigod of death and rebirth, taking over from the former god who he has usurped in combat and killed him, banished him from the realm, so that he could take his place as the rightful god of death and rebirth. He feels that is his place, and that he has more claim to it than the god who helped create this realm, as he is worshipped by the people, and the voice of the people is what he cares for. Building his cult, he has taken most of the city, the remaining population of the city, and brought them underground, down into the Undercity, away from the prying eyes of other people out here in the realm. And the other cities he used to do business, here in Nova Aquileia, as this is intended to be the capital of the realm. They've started to take notice. That is because it's affecting their settlements as well. But they're unsure of what to do to fix the problem. They will be calling upon the heroes, the players of the realm, so that they may help find a solution to that problem. I think that's going to be a really fun story to play out. I can't wait to see what people do, what kind of heroes we have appear in the realm, what kind of exciting things happen in the quest to restore the city to its former glory and usurp the ruler who has ruled for eons. His time has come, and it must be ended. The reign of the evil necromancer. I'm quite excited to see how people interact with that story and what we wind up with moving forward, lore-wise, as people come in and tell their stories. That's what I'm most excited about, is getting other people involved and bringing their creativity to this project as well, helping shape the world into what it could potentially be. There's so many good potentials for this world, for this concept that we have. I've already built it before. This whole project is a way to kind of take back the dead project that I allowed to kill itself, and bring it back to something worth people's attention. Hopefully, a place where people can come and tell their stories, be the character they want to be. Okay, how do we want to run the road through here? Actually, I don't think I actually do want to do it like that. I think I want to be more grid-like here. I think I want to kind of set up some of the floor plans along the coast here a little bit, as there's supposed to be fortifications all along here, so I want to kind of set that up, mark out space for that. So that way we can kind of follow along that with our roadway. Okay, let's see. I think here I need to make like a nice big building kind of running here ish. don't like how close that winds up here. We're going to bring this back just a little bit more. Go along here. We'll do it this way. Right in like that. Then it'll take over this whole corner. We'll just pop this back out. Okay. Yep. Kind of do something like that. It's kind of a bit of a... Oh, let's just make it straight here, because we don't have to build it all the way out into here. We can just mark off this space for being a building. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna, let's see, we need some, I guess I don't have to set up any doorways yet. I just need to mark it out. Let's see, there's the pathway down into here. I already know how that's gonna go. I'm just gonna leave that for right now. Where does this cave go? It just goes to nowhere, right? It does just go to nowhere. Okay, good. We can make stuff in there later. And then we can have stuff down into here. This pathway goes this direction, which goes way down deep. Yes, okay, it's this deep section of the city. That's right. The super deep area of the Undercity. Oh, and then it goes down again, doesn't it? It does. What do we got down here? This is the even deeper section? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, right. This is to, like, the massive cavern network. Or it's not like... It's just, like, tunnels. Like, lava tunnels, kind of. But there's a bunch of them down there. We'll make use of those for various things. Probably be a lot of housing and things down in there. But also dungeons. It's probably going to be the home of our cult down in here. This section of the city. The home of the... Like, the majority of the cult followers probably be down in there. Just way deep down in the evil places of the world. There's definitely going to be talk of whispers of evil things down in the dark. Deep in the depths of the city. I wish there was an ancient city, like, underneath this area, but there's not. I gotta go, like, out that way. Okay, not that you can see it when I zoom in like that, but way out that way, there's a cherry grove, and underneath the cherry grove is where the nearest ancient city is. So we will be making use of that for this project, but probably not as in the same way that I had intended to. I'll have to make my own little Undercity evil deep dark section here, where I will be housing. Of course, there needs to be a warden somewhere down here. You know, I want to have kind of a... I basically want to build, like, area bosses, dungeons into this. Have, like, a warden for people to go fight, or, like, maybe some withers or something. I want it to be something that, like, won't be easy when you can't build. Something a little more challenging for people. Because I don't want everything to be just, like, super easy, and you know, you can't just keep throwing more monsters at the problem. Sometimes you gotta have a more powerful monster. So we may have things like, you know, there might be a giant show up at some point or something. You know, I know that's a thing that we can do with console commands and whatnot, so we can make things like that happen. Primarily, I want the main kind of villain here to have all kinds of evil undead things, which there's plenty of in this game, so you know, there's all kinds of fun stuff to use for our bad guys of the realm, which I like. I like that we have that option. I think it's good. Run this here. We got this one. Connect this up here. Okay, so that kind of gives us a nice little section. We can put some buildings right here in the middle. Like that. Okay, I want to kind of build something here. Got a kind of town hall, or what would have been the town hall. Gotta clean up this little area here. I'll probably bring the retaining wall back to, like, here, and then chop out everything in front of that. What is this space? Is this just a little cave down here? Where's this go? It's just a little hole. Okay. Not a big deal if we wind up covering that up, or cutting out a big chunk of it. Hello, creeper, sir. What are you doing? Okay, that's just a creeper hole. Got it. All right, let's go ahead and sort out this retaining wall here. Where do we want it to kind of be? I don't want to put one here. I think I want to leave this natural, this opening here. But we are going to cut a retaining wall in here. Let's do it. I won't have enough room for the building I want to put in. So let's put it like here. At this level here. Alright. I think that's going to be good. Then we'll just come all the way out this way. We'll bring it down to, where's the height that we're going to end up at? Oh, what's this height? No, it's 72. Okay, we need 72. Got it. So what, is that 72? I mean, that would be the 72 section. Okay, so then everything here. This is 72. Yeah, okay, everything here just goes away. Got it. Just all of this. Everything this way. We're just gonna kind of rough cut it for a second, so that way I don't forget. Okay, now let's come over to this side, and we want to bring that wall probably to, I kind of want to have it not at this edge. I want to bring it this way a little bit. So let's go with, like right here, seems good. Go here. Just kind of slam it in here. What we're going to do is bring it up to the height of that. We're just marking out where it's going to sit. Okay, bring this wall down this way, meet them up over here. Perfect. Okay, there's our corner. Good. Now let's cut everything out here. Everything out in front of that. Okay. It's just a lot of cleanup today and setting up and terraforming a little bit. And I just want to get this area laid out so that way we can build it up. Like I said, over the coming months and into the new year, I want to be working on this stuff, and in the new year I want to be able to get started working in the Undercity area as well. So we're going to try and knock out the Upper Fortress area, the Citadel, as I'm calling it, and then we're going to work on this part of the city as well, try and clean this up. I've also still got a few more floor plans that I didn't finish, and the other parts of the city we'll have to go back and work on those. I was saving those until we got a little more of the cult storyline developed, which we are working on heavily in the background. We've got a lot of very talented people and creative people who are working on this project. Not always necessarily working on the actual server itself, like physically in the game world, but helping write story and creating all kinds of interesting concepts for us to work with. And just giving us a kind of nice, fun project. Collaboration is key to having something super enjoyable for the long term, in my opinion. So that's something we're trying to do. Get all the friends involved. Got a very talented team. I'm very happy to have working on things. Can't wait to see what else they bring, to the table with their build projects and further story ideas. I mean, we have one person who's coming in and bringing a city that they have built. They've been building out for the last 4 years, and they're going to be copying it into our game world and making it a part of our universe, but also expanding upon that. So we've got a lot of history coming in all in one go. They have a big long storyline already developed for their project, for their story, which is fantastic. That really helps just kind of boost the vibrancy of the world that we're creating here. I'm very proud to have them along on the project. We've got some other people who are bringing in their old projects as well, trying to kind of flesh out our world with some old cities that are already developed, and trying to kind of bring in their history of themselves and of their characters and of the worlds that they've created to help richen the environment here. And there's also plenty of new projects coming in from people who are new to this kind of work, doing this kind of project, and they're bringing in their creative energy and working on things, which I'm really, really happy to have as well. Overall, I think this is going to be a really good project for everyone involved, and I cannot wait until we get more people actually working on things. It's going to be some time before we're ready for that just yet, but we are getting there. Pretty soon we'll be swapping away from being a realm onto an actual live server, which is very exciting. It'll allow us to open up the project to more collaborators. We are going to be very picky about who we work with. We have a few people in mind that we had reached out to previously that have kind of, we'll see what happens with that. There's some more people I'd like to contact as well. But we've got to get a little bit further on before I feel like we're ready for that. So it's going to be some time yet, but there's some people I have in mind. We're going to see how everything goes. Really excited to share everything with everybody here. I think this is going to be a very fun thing. And I really can't wait till we can open it up and allow people to allow the followers of our project collaborators to come and join as well. Allow you people, the viewers, to come and actually build your things, because that will be happening. But that'll probably be, at the earliest, I think it'll be late next year before we're really ready for that. I know I'm not really trying to rush anything here on my ends. I don't know why I just did that. I'm about to replace that with Stonebrick. Anyway, I'm not trying to rush anything on my ends. I want to take my time in setting up my part of the project. And I know several of the other collaborators are in the same mindset. We want to really make sure that we make it our best work possible before we start adding in more people. And everything will be an ever-evolving situation, as all the best projects. You're always trying to improve what you can do and what others can do as well. You should be anyway. You should always be trying to improve yourself and building up your friends to also, push themselves to be the best them they possibly can. I think that's really important. It's not always easy to do, but it's something you should do. You should take the time to make yourself the best you possible. And in my case, that means I want to be the best builder I possibly can here. I also want to, try and be a better friend to the friends I have. Try and make some new friends and encourage people to strive to be, the best them they can. Want to entertain people, keep them happy. That's kind of my big thing in life. That's what I want to do. That's what I hope to do with this channel and with this project, is give people some entertainment and something they enjoy. A way to be happy. Maybe some encouragement through some tough times, or just some inspiration to do something different. I hope that all the viewers here enjoy what they see, and then enjoy their time here watching us and listening along, and eventually joining us in building and creating. I do want to I want to try and fix the reputation that a lot of Minecraft content creators seem to have of being not the greatest people out there in the world. I wanna build a safe environment for people to express themselves. You know, that's what I hope to do with the server that we build. I hope that it's a place where people can come in and feel like they're a part of something, and feel good about what they do. Interact with people who help them feel better as well. You know, and just have a fun time telling stories and creating. Okay, let's start with that for this retaining wall. Alright, we're gonna start cleaning up some of this. Let's get this all replaced in here. Okay. Did I just mess that up there? No, you can't see it. Okay, it's fine. Everything's good. Come on, there we go. Alright. My fingers don't want to cooperate today. My fingers aren't trying to fing very well. You know, I want them to fing, but they're erring. Come on, fingers, work today. I really can't wait to open up this project to more people. I think it's going to be great. But, you know, there's definitely still a lot of stuff that needs to be done first. Soon we will be setting it up as a server, hopefully. I know we have some people who are collaborating who want that. They don't like the realm setup, which is understandable. I mean, it's very limiting. It's convenient if you're just doing like vanilla. But if you're trying to do what they're trying to do, they like to use things like world edit, which are just not an option really on realms. You can't really do that. But once we have a server, we'll be able to add world edit. And we'll be able to add some other things. I want to play around with some plugins. I want to start setting up some like RPG plugins and things like that. I know there's plenty of those out there. And get all that stuff set up. Start working on more of like what the players are going to do when they're here, as opposed to just things for them to interact with, but actual like, you know, progression systems and things like that. There's going to be a lot of testing related with that we're going to be having to do. So that's something I want to get going on as soon as we can. I think that's really important. You know, I think a big thing with role-playing games is having a way to progress and feeling like you're improving. And I don't want people to feel just kind of stuck in the, well, I just have to do, or all I have is, you know, the basic Minecraft stuff, which is like fine and all, but, you know, what you can get out of plugins and things is a lot more exciting, in my opinion. That gives you a lot more options for things. I do want to keep it from being like a modded server though, if that makes sense. Like I want people on just regular clients to be able to come and play and not have to like deal with a mod pack or any of that nonsense, because sometimes they can be a huge pain and they don't always play well together. And I don't want to just use someone else's mod pack or make my own mod pack, because damn, I'm terrible at that kind of stuff, and I don't want to put my other administrators in a terrible position where they feel like they're forced to do that, because that's just no fun. I'd rather have just some basic plugins systems that we can work on and just kind of work on some game balance for that. Make sure everything has a nice progression to it and it's not going to like do anything too quickly or leave anybody feeling like they're kind of locked out of a part of the game that they want to enjoy, because that would be no fun, you know. But balancing things takes a long time. speaking from experience. I've done that role many a time before when I made other servers, when I worked on roleplay servers, and other times in my gaming history. It definitely takes a lot of effort and can leave people really upset if you do things incorrectly. Understandably so, because people put in a lot of time and effort to do something, and then somebody comes in and exploits something or just uses something cheesy and makes that other person feel like their time was wasted or like they've been cheated somehow. I want to try and prevent that from happening. You can't always stop it, but we're going to do our best to make everything feel fair. Now, I do want it to be a decently long progression system, but I also don't want people to feel like they just have to sit there and grind something boring forever. I want there to be exciting things for you to do. That's why I want to make dungeons and find a way to make a quest system where people can like actually go do things. Why don't we balance if there's broken, therefore it's balanced? That's the free jam method. Okay, we're not going with the free jam method. We're better than that. No, I want it to feel fair for people. But I also want things to have trade-offs, It's like I find a lot of times, especially in Minecraft with like RPG plugins and stuff, you wind up to this point where the power creep gets ridiculous and there's just nothing to kind of hold you back. I mean, that happens in base Minecraft too. It's like the power creep is kind of insane. Once you get to like in-game gear, you're kind of just like at this broken point. There's always power creep. Yeah, that's why I want to try and prevent that as much as I can. It's very hard to do so, but I feel like it's necessary in this kind of situation, because I don't want to wind up a few years down the line having to just restart everything. It gets annoying. It's hard to make everything viable. It is. It very much is. But I want to make sure that I can do the best I can anyway. I think base Minecraft does a pretty decent job these days, except for in-game gear, which I feel is a little bit... Honestly, I think it's too powerful still, even though they nerfed it a while back, if I remember correctly. Like quite a while back, but I still think it's really just like way too powerful. Obviously, I'm not going to like remove it from the game, but I do want to make it more difficult to acquire that kind of stuff. I might even make it so that like you have to complete quests to get like netherite gear, or to get the stuff to make netherite gear anyway, instead of being able to go and collect it yourself. Just because I think that would be more interesting. Because the DLC stuff for games, you want your DLC to be stronger than the current stuff just so you can sell the DLC. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of frustrating. I kind of want to, in this case, I want the progression system and the story to be separated in a way. So that way, like, people don't feel like they have to do the new story to be as strong as they could possibly be, or as they want to be, if that makes sense. Like, I know that's a thing that's possible. Like, I want people to not have to go play the new story, but still be able to match that level of strength. It's not like I plan to make DLC or anything, but we do kind of want to do seasons of the story that we do, as it were. That's what I'm referring to it as, where it's like, once kind of like one part of the story wraps up, there'll be something new for you to do after a short period of time. Yeah, definitely need a nice variety of gear and enchants for sure. I know there's plenty of ways to make custom gear and enchants and stuff, so we're gonna look into doing that. I want to make stuff fun for people. I want to have interesting gear for people to get, but I also don't want people to be... I don't want it to be basically be adventure mode. I do want it to still be survival where you can craft stuff. I just want it to be harder to... I want it to be harder to get, like, books for enchanting, say, or like the necessary materials to build netherite armor, or netherite gear in general. I want it to be like kind of quest locked, as it were. But then that forces people to do the quest, and they may not want to, which I kind of get. but I also don't want it to just be easy enough where you could just like go get it and be done with it, because like it can be too easy to get stuff sometimes. I personally feel like in base MC some of the gears just, it's too easy to get. I honestly don't like netherite gear that much at all, because I think it's pretty powerful, and honestly too powerful in a lot of ways. Still, but it's there, and I don't want to stop people from getting it, but I want it to be like proper in-game equipment where you really have to work for it. So that's something that I'm trying to work out, how we're even going to make that happen, where it still feels fair to people, where they can still get it without like having to do something they don't want to do, but also to where it's like you can't just walk in and get it right from the start. I don't want people to log in and then just be handed some netherite gear, or even diamond gear for that matter. I want them to really have to work for it. Enchanting your gear with the proper stuff. Yeah, and that's something that I want to lock behind like quests as much as I can, or behind like required interactions. Not necessarily like questing, but like you have to go to a certain place and like bring something with you, or like make an exchange of goods in exchange for that, where you would have to in some way grind, but not too much, because I don't want it to feel boring. So yeah, it becomes very difficult when you get to that point. It's like there needs to be an exchange of things, for goods, for services, or whatever, but like how do you balance that and make it feel fair for everybody? Which is frustrating. Technically, you don't need to enchant anything. Yeah, but enchanting makes it so much stronger, right? So that's where I kind of want to try and make that the like proper in-game stuff. So it's definitely something I've been thinking about a lot, is like how do we achieve that in a way that feels fair? Because like on previous roleplay servers that I've done, we didn't bother to do that. We didn't actually like lock anything behind certain difficulties or what have you. And I've already generated the world, and it's not like we did like reduced resources or anything like that. So there's, it's the standard spawn rate for materials in the world. And I can't really take that part back. So we're kind of at a point where it's like, how do we prevent people from getting too powerful too fast? But how do we make it so that it doesn't feel like it takes forever to do it either? That's where I'm struggling with right now. Can't retrogen it. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's here now, so we got to just deal with it. That's something I wish I had thought about previously, but I also kind of stumbled across this seed by just typing in the name of one of my old cities in the seed bar, and then was like, oh shit, that's actually like a really good world. I really like it. It had the really cool star-shaped bay and everything, and just this really great mountain with the big caves, and I was like, I gotta use this. But then I'm kind of like, I wish I hadn't done that actually. Like, it's a really great world, but like, damn, there's some things that are gonna make it difficult to balance and make it more hard for the RP stuff I want to do. So that's a bit frustrating, but that's on me. I'm not blaming anybody else, of course. That's entirely me. I came up with the idea for this whole project, so shit, it was definitely me being a dumbass. But that's okay. We'll make it work. I know we will. Exactly. I feel like it's not the worst thing in the world to deal with either. Like, I know as far as like the entire spawn city from bedrock to build height to build limit is going to be locked for players to build or break things. So you won't be able to like just go down and like mine shit or like fuck up the buildings or whatever. But then like I obviously don't want to do stuff like that across the entire world, because then it's just like that gets boring really fast. Like I said, I don't want it to feel like adventure mode. I still want it to be survival, but there are definitely going to be areas where you won't be able to do things that I don't want you to do. And this is one of those places where I don't want people to be able to build or break. So that's going to be, a whole thing there. I'm sure people will complain about that at some point. Yeah, because this is the hub area, you know, for sure, and it's gonna have a lot of stuff for you to do right here in the starting zone. In the, you know, this is the starter island, if you will, you know, but it's also gonna be kind of the end game of the first portion of our story, the first season, if you will. So it is a whole thing. I mean, currently this is our server spawn. So you're gonna spawn in. You spawn in facing this direction. I definitely want to adjust that tree. I'm not happy with how that looks. I might even make a custom tree there. I have an idea for what I'm gonna do with that. Probably the same as the giant oak trees that I've been building in other spots. And then of course there's the map here, which I need to adjust the scaling on. It's too zoomed out. I need to zoom it in like one more level. Because there's our city right now. There's the mead hall, and then our fortress here. But obviously we gotta change that so you can actually see what the hell's going on, you know. But then it's like, well, where do you go from here if you're a starting player on a roleplay server? Like, what? Oh yeah, we will definitely have griefing off for sure. I don't want things to be able to explode. Right now we have mob griefing off, but TNT still blows stuff up. I already tested it just to make sure. And that's because I want to be blowing stuff up over here for the project. In fact, I actually need to do that right now that I've built up some of this wall. I need to blow it up right over here somewhere. Let's get the TNT out. It's TNT. That's not the right song, but it's okay. Okay, so I want to kind of do something like this. I want it to be kind of right here in the wall, so we're going to just do this. Beep boop. Bam. Okay, perfect. And then I want one like here. I want it to be kind of much higher up on the wall, like right here. So we'll do that. Go by wall. Boom. Perfect. Okay, and then that's gonna be our staircase there. Okay, then I kind of want to put another one like right up here. I think right in this corner. Oop, I have to build the support first. Let's put it right here. Bam. Goodbye, wall. I salute you for your service. Okay, sick. Now, let's get some. Now we get to be fun here. We get to make rubble, which is fun. That's the fun part. Okay, what is my chair stuck on? Jesus Christ. Oh, nothing. This chair is stuck in nothing. It just didn't want to roll. Okay, so we need cobblestone. We need the cracked stone brick, of course. We need some gravel. Where's the gravel at? I think gravel's further down, isn't it? Let's just type it in. Give me the gravel. Good Lord, how many things start with gra? Excuse me. All right, we got gravel. We got cobblestone. We got stone brick. Okay, I need regular stone. Also, I want some. Maybe some tough, actually. Is there like a cracked tough brick? There's not a cracked tough block, is there? There is not. There's a variety of tough blocks, but not like a damaged tough block. Interesting. There's a damaged netherite bricks, but there's not damaged tough. There's even damaged blackstone. There's not damaged tough. Interesting. Okay, this will probably be good for now. Maybe also just some coarse dirt. Get some coarse dirt out. I like that too. That's a nice fill block. Okay, so we've got this hole. Obviously around it we need to kind of put some cracked brick, kind of spider webbed out a little bit here. Just spider web that out this way. There's some cracked brick. Yep, okay. We're going to kind of cut this back like that. We'll put some coarse dirt in here. Kind of fill in some of this space a little bit so that it looks like dirt. We've got some gravel. We're also going to come down here. We're going to throw like some gravel down here. Some cracked stone brick. Just kind of here. Let's see, we also want to have some stone in here, obviously. Kind of make it look like it's some stone-filled space. Get that gravel back in here. Kind of put some gravel down here in the hole. Okay, gravel there. Some cobblestone as well. Cobblestone just looking like some broken up stone, of course. And also another common fill material for fortification walls. Okay, let's do something like that. I'm not quite happy with how that looks right like that. Let's get some more gravel in here. More cobblestone kind of just right out on the wall. Let's even kind of put some cobblestone in the wall here so that it looks more broken. Kind of add some cobblestone into there. Add some down here, of course. Hello, skeleton. What's up? Get some of the coarse dirt down here too. Just kind of, so it looks like it kind of spilled out. Let's see. How are we looking there? How's that looking? That's kind of okay. Kind of want to round out this hole a little bit right here. Kind of do something like that. No, I clicked on that. There we go. Kind of do something like that. Get the coarse dirt in right there. Maybe just some cracked brick right there. That looks a little better. Okay. Let's do the same thing over here. Let's kind of cut that out right there like that. Definitely want some cracked brick here. That to look broken. Okay, that's pretty good. We're getting somewhere. I want a little more stone stacked up here. Too tough to have cracks. Yeah, it is too tough to have cracks. That's true. Okay, that's good. I like that now. We're somewhere I'm happy with. Okay, there we go. So we got battle damaged wall right there. Okay, now we've got this section that needs to be battle damaged as well. Let's really bring this back in here. A good chunk. Kind of come out again right there. Kind of break this really big opening here. Make this just real big. Okay, we're gonna put cracked stone all around the outside. Of course, leave a little bit of not cracked right there. What's up, Zomble? And creepy boy. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, we'll come down in here. We'll do a little bit out this way as well, just to kind of add a little more. Get that spider web of cracks going out. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now let's fill in this space a little bit. Kind of want to make it domed a little bit, like it's really been kind of broken in like that. We're just gonna kind of make a, let's do it like this. Let's actually replace that. What do I actually just do that? Yeah, that's good. Come up here. Obviously this is not going to be the final block that we use for all of this. I'm just trying to kind of layer that in so we get the right shape that I want. Okay, that's a good shape. Let's get some of it replaced with coarse dirt. A bit of gravel in here. Bit of gravel. Yeah. Okay. Get some actual stone, of course, in here. Probably back here. Behind that a little more. Okay, how do we do it over here? No, that's way more broken out. Okay, so that's fine. We'll kind of do like this. Let's get some more stone. We'll kind of have it come up like that. It's the solid stone. I think that's pretty good, actually. Like that. It's not too bad. And of course, we want our pile of stuff coming out here. We'll have a little bit of stone out here. Some cobblestone. Some gravel. Oop. Some gravel. I think I want more coarse dirt, like just kind of laying out here, like it was kind of blown out of the hole. Stone here. I need some more cracked brick in this. Okay, that's kind of good. That's looking like it's spilled out here. Let's actually remove some of this. It's a little bit much. Kind of just do like that. Okay, I like that. It's kind of looking like it got blown out. Might even actually put a little bit kind of scattered around over here. Like it's really kind of gotten sprayed out from the impact. Okay, that's good. Alright, y'all. You need to make your way out of here, buddy. Excuse me. Thank you. Come on, back it on up. Nope. Sir, get out of the hole. Get. Alright, look, bud. We ain't gonna play this game today. I'm not in the mood for dealing with your BS. Get out of here. I don't need that. Get that out of here. Oh, what? Okay, well, I guess I'll have to find that again. I thought that was something I picked up randomly, but no, it was the mace that's supposed to be in my inventory. Whoops. Oh, no. Looks like it's the end of the world. Whatever shall I do? Okay, come up here with this. Get the crack brick. Definitely want this to kind of be spiderweb together. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna kind of come down this way with some of that. Come up here. Of course, a little down this way. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's get our pile of crap out here. Kind of set up. We're just gonna start with the coarse dirt as just a placeholder for that. That's too much, actually. Do it like that. Good, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I do try. Sometimes. Some more crack brick in here. Some cobble. A little bit of cobble in here. Some gravel. Definitely the gravel really helps add some more to that, in my opinion. Okay, so we need some gravel in here. Need some stone in here. More texture, exactly. More texture is good. Some cracked brick. Boom. Kind of maybe even just a little bit of regular dirt. Nah, because that'll turn into grass. I don't want the regular dirt. Let's just kind of add some more gravel in here. Okay, that's good. A little bit over here, kind of just splayed out a little over here. Solid. Creeper friend, yeah. Creeper boyfriend just hanging out in the hole there. Okay. And then this is, we can make this look like it's, this already looks like it's blown out. So we'll just kind of let that exist, like this hole is here. And we're gonna kind of, add some cracked brick here, like something hit low right here and blew into that space. And we're gonna kind of throw some coarse dirt in here. It's like the filler block. Some gravel in here too. Have some, a little bit like this. Kind of do that thing. There we go. And just kind of have some over here. I like that. Looking like this wall got hit a few times. Perfect. Okay. Sick. I like that. Blown up, beat up. Still debris everywhere. Okay. Very nice. I did actually want to build like a big building here, but I think we're going to actually do something different because we've got this hole here that goes down to, what does it even go down to? Oh, this goes down to a nice cave network, doesn't it? Ooh, it does. Okay, there's a loop here. Then does this section go down to anything important, or is it just a hole? Okay, it's just a hole. That's good, though. This is a good hole. We'll make use of this hole as a... Oh... We're going to put a prison down there. That's what we're going to do. This is going to be part of the prison. Oh, man. Could you imagine being kept down in this hole? Just in an old cave. We'll put some cells on the walls down here and then make this area like solitary confinement down here or something. For the bad boys. Good hole. Wicked bird. Shh. Don't quote that. You didn't hear that from me. I said nothing of the sort. All right, let's clean up my inventory now. Get rid of all this stuff. Give me the mud brick stairs. And then the mud brick block. Okay. Because we are going to start replacing this off with the mud brick. That's going to be our main thing for that. Okay, that's not... No. Oh my god, hands. Cooperate today, please. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Yeah, right. Oop. Yeah, sometimes my hands just don't want to do the thing, okay? I'm doing my best here. Working with what I got. Chain a lot. Nerve damage is a bitch. Okay. Here we go. Get them stairs in. Better than nothing. Exactly. Oh, nope. There we go. Just keeping it simple, stupid, right here with the stairs. Just a nice, simple, here's a staircase situation. And that's what we did for the other ones, pretty much, so. Let's see, yeah, like here. Yeah, that's what we did? It is what we did. Okay, perfect. Give me that, though. I need to have that little detail. There we go. Okay. Playing some Bobo Craft. I was honestly thinking about playing some today before, or instead of streaming this, but I was like, you know, I'm not going to be here 2 days next week, so I should probably stream some Minecraft like I'm scheduled for. So I decided to, even though I didn't really want to today. My brain wasn't feeling super creative, but I was like, wait, I have a whole section of the city I need to lay out, and I can ramble about lore stuff for a little while. So I can just do that, and my brain will be okay with me doing that. So here we are, laying stuff out. I needed to take a break from the fortress, honestly, because I was feeling like it was just getting too the same. And that's not a problem. I just want my content to not be, here, we're going to build this fortress for the next 3 weeks. You know, like, I'm going to keep going back and forth up there and fixing stuff. Obviously, I am going to have to be building a lot on that. So, like, we will be back to it. But I just didn't want to just keep doing the same thing all week again, because we've been doing a lot of it. And it can get boring, you know? It can. And not just for viewers, but also for me. Sometimes you're just like, I'm tired of doing this now. I want to do something different. And it's not that I like hate it or that I don't want to work on it. I want to do something a little different, because that's where my brain was today. It didn't feel like being that smirt. I just wanted to be dumb. Sometimes it'd be like that. Okay. Alright, we got the staircase. I need my golden shovel returned to me. Here we go. So we can fix this section here. Suppose I could have just dropped the path blocks with my hands, but whatever. It's done now. Okay. Now, should I clean this? No, I don't want to. I want to leave this the way it is. I want to leave this how it is. I really should probably make it straight across here, but I don't want to terraform this all up right here. Well, unless I do something like this, we could do this and just kind of go, here's a wall along here. And I don't have to terraform all of this. I can just make a small retaining wall that comes along here. Have the path right up along the wall. just fine. We've been doing that in other spots in the city. That's not an issue. So look more interesting that way too. Let's do it that way. Let's just do this. Okay. Here's everything. Here, I need to replace all this stuff. Replace all this, all that. Skip over that. We're gonna need that in there anyway. We got some filling to do. I have really transformed this whole section of the city here. Okay, I don't actually know how we're gonna be. Is it here? Okay, so we can. Those probably are good. Get rid of this. Get rid of that there. Fill this in. Actually, you know what? I need to put some lanterns down in here so we don't have friends trying to spawn in there. Bot hover that was so back it was completely sideways as soon as it went over any sort of decline. Dude, that's rough. Mine's been having trouble lately. Like, it just doesn't want to fly smoothly anymore. I think I've just kind of gotten to a point where I really need to just rebuild it. I've bought one tier 9 hover. One. Yo, Matt. Live on Twitch right now. Right now. Okay. Good to see Matt again. Gotta fix maps. Oh, and there he goes. Alright, well. That's Matesco, one of our collaborators. He's the guy bringing one of his old cities in to join the fray. Okay, that's good. I like that. That's sick. We'll just come across here. Can clean that up right there. Okay, and then we'll just do the same thing here. We'll just okay, and one more. Get this one in. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And we'll just do one of these things right here. Just kind of keep it simple, stupid again with that thing. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't really want to like do the whole thing there. I might actually just cut this down to be a normal height. That might actually be smarter. Just cut this area down one. But then I have to resurface all of it because it's stone. Am I trying to be a JoJo character? No. No, I was not. Let's cut this down. I'm gonna do it even though I don't want to. I don't want to flatten this space, but I'm not gonna wind up building on it anyway, so at least not at this height. So flat it goes. And then we reskin all the stone with dirt and grass. Get flattened. Yeah. That's not the button I wanted. Go for a bot for every 2 so you can just jump in and play with whoever you want. That's smart. I mean, I'll probably do that at, like, once the game releases. Oh, also, I did go back and play Robocraft 1 some the other day. God, is it terrible now. Holy shit. It's bad. Like, just... I was like, alright, let me just test out my bots real quick and see how they move and, like, get familiar with that again. Nah, they move like ass. That's bad. Like, all the movement sucks. The weapons that I had feel like just garbage. Well, excuse me. They just feel like garbage now. It was a very unenjoyable experience. I did not play for very long because I hated it. It was terrible. I'm going to keep this cavern open. I want to make use of that. That's a good one. This one, though, we'll close up. There's just... That's all there is. We're just going to close that up. Okay. Let's see. Let's bring this around here like that. Which means we can get rid of that. Junior buddy uninstalled it. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and uninstall it now. Because I was like, damn, this is fucking terrible. What? Like, I remember there was a reason why I stopped playing, and now I know what it is. It was because the game is absolute ass now. It's not enjoyable at all. Not even a little bit. Robocraft 2, not bad at all in comparison. Still not amazing, but, you know, it's playable. I'll give it that. So hope they don't fuck it up. Yeah, dude, if they try to do what they did with the last one again, it's gonna be bad. I really hope they don't do that. Because it would kill the game. It would. I imagine that's how Robocraft 2 launched, is that it was just asshole. So I'm really glad I didn't even bother to play that. But the 2 closed beta for the adjusted version is not terrible. Worried they didn't learn their lesson. I have a feeling that's going to be the case, honestly. Just, you know, going off of their track record here. I don't think they have, they don't have a lot of confidence from me. Or I don't have a lot of confidence in them, I should say, I guess. Doing it right. There's still a lot of things that I don't like about it, but zero confidence in them. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like, guys, what are y'all doing? See, this is the benefit of being a non-sponsored streamer. I can trash talk when I don't think something's good. I'll just say it. That shit sucked. Like, they need to work on stuff. It's bad. It's been worse, but damn. At least it's not Robocraft 1, but like, let's not fuck this one up. You have a chance to actually save it and make the community happy again. They don't have a whole lot of competitors, so all they have to do is make it not suck. Like, honestly. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Conceptually, amazing. Execution, eesh. All they have to do, though, is just not make it suck. Like, make it not suck, and they're good. There's almost no competitors. Crossout is really the only thing. And then themselves. Every other game that's come out like that just hasn't lasted. And, like, including Robocraft. But that's because they just messed it up. Crossout is probably the only one that's actually, like, still got a decent community playing it. And, like, I still think Crossout's actually pretty solid. I went back and played it not that long ago, a couple weeks ago, and it was actually, like, pretty fun. I played for a couple hours, really enjoyed myself. I didn't keep playing after that because I just really don't feel like I have any reason to grind for anything or whatever. I'm happy with the craft that I have, and I don't really want to make anything else in that game. It's part of the reason I'm not streaming it. It's because it's just like I kind of feel like I'm done with it as far as like progression, even though I know I'm not. There's so much other stuff I could be unlocking, and I could be building all kinds of bots or craft. I just don't want to. I'm really not. Like, I don't want to put that much time into that game. Yeah, I guess, you know, when I went back to play it, I was like, you know, I feel like if I had just kind of kept playing it, I probably wouldn't even care about how bad it feels. Because, like, you know, it's kind of one of those things, like, you know, if you're slowly indoctrinated with it, then, like, you don't necessarily notice that it's such a bad thing. If I had just kind of kept on playing it, then it would just feel nostalgic more than it would bad, I feel like. But it doesn't even, like, there's not even a nostalgia factor for it because it doesn't play like I remember it being. There's 120 people playing Robocraft 1 right now. That's wild. I can't believe that many people are actually playing it right now. It's kind of mind-blowing, honestly. Surprising. It's like, I can't believe they're actually doing that. $26,725 was the cap over 10 years ago. God. I'm pretty sure I was playing at that point. I mean, you know, like, damn. I was probably playing it back then. I'm sure shit not now. I don't want to now. How many people are playing Crossout right now? Let's get a comparison. Because I'm curious about that. Just on Steam. That's true. There is a separate launcher for Crossout. But I feel like most people probably play it through Steam. 3,265. Yeah, that's so much more. And I do feel like most people probably use the Steam version of that. To be honest, like, I'm not sure how many people are actually just playing off of its own launcher. I'm sure there are still people used to use a separate launcher. I mean, it makes you open the launcher anyway when you use Steam, so it's not like, you know, it's not like we aren't all at some point using that launcher. It's funny, I do that with Crossout, but like, I used to play PlanetSide 2 a bunch, and I would never do it with that game. Like, I linked it to my Steam so I could buy something, and then I never ever played it through Steam. I think I have like 2 hours of playtime for one launching of the game. But then I was like, why am I running an extra program in the background to play this game? You know, when, like, if it has its own launcher, why bother having a whole other game or a whole other program running when you don't need to? Was kind of always my mindset. But I don't always do that. It just depends on the game. Okay, happy with that pathway. We've got this curvy one here. It comes around there. Got this one here. We've got the one that goes down into the hole. Let's work on this staircase real quick. The thing about Robocraft 1 and Crossout has about the same % of positive reviews. That's funny. But there's just more people still playing Crossout than Robocraft. Because Crossout developers, was it Gaijin? They managed to actually, like, make it halfway decent to keep playing. And there's value in it. Like, they have ways for you to progress that aren't fucking awful. And since Robocraft sucks, it's kind of the only thing really going right now. CrossFit is 75, or Roborcraft 1 is 73. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. Okay, that's going to be such a pain to make that staircase work. And then we'll just run this one this way. We've got this section here that needs to be cleaned up too. Need to probably fill this whole bottom section with water, like we have here. At least like this level of it. Just fill it up. This is set up even higher than that. This is part of the flooded tunnels network. But it's not the same as this one over here, which actually goes to like the big water reservoir that I made. This one, I can't wait to work on this area. It's going to be so good. I'm going to be building a whole city down here in itself, just built into this one chamber. And then it's connected to a whole nother chamber through this tunnel. It's going to be cool, dude. It really is. This is the other one that I started working on. It's kind of like the leading chamber into that one. I started working on this little pathway here. Coming out of this tunnel, which comes from the upper section. Right, and then we also have the staircase up to the old part of town up here. Through the old mining office. Get out of here, chicken egg. The underground generation in Minecraft. Yes, dude, it's so good now. It's so good. I mean, all this stuff is natural caves. Like, I connected them and, like, did modification to make them more wet. I wanted to have a lot of water flowing down, so I added a bunch of water. Most of it was actually just me poking holes in the ceiling, because there's the giant bay and everything above, and, like, aquifers and stuff all around. But, I mean, this is going to be more of the undercity area here, too. Just all of this stuff interconnected together. We've got, I plan to have tiers, obviously. I've got this walkway that's going to be going around, and then I want to have 2 more. So there'll be another one here, and then the ground level at the bottom here. And then, of course, you'll come all the way to the bottom and go through here to get to that next tunnel over this way. Because that's just how I like to do it. We've got the crazy tunnel network. Ooh. You know. But this one does actually connect up to that other one through the tunnels. So, like, there's all kinds of fun stuff going on with all that. I love the interaction of everything. Because through this way you can get to the tunnel network. There's some of the tunnels, you know. I want to put more tunnels down in there, obviously. I want to extend my elevator all the way down to whatever the lowest area is that we make. And then tunnel up everything, connecting all the caverns together. Gonna need to make tunnels down in here. Underneath the citadel, between the 2 big chambers that we have there as well. Because, I mean, we've got the main chamber where we started working over this way. This one here, right? But this one does connect to the other one through here. So we've got this base, which connects up to the upper citadel section here. But then it also keeps going down below. Where was it? There is a connection somewhere. I can't remember where it is. I think is it this one maybe? Down here? Something like that? I think it is this one. Maybe not. I honestly can't remember. No, it's not that one. One of these, there's like a weird disjointed way it connects. Comparing the size of all the hover tiers. Oh shit, is that what you just sent me a picture of on Discord? Pull that up. Okay. Okay, so the 9 and 10 ones aren't quite exactly the same size. The 10 one's going to take up more space because of those corners. It's going to have to be in like a box. Okay. Okay, good. I just got my first tier 9 hover. I'm honestly probably tomorrow, since we're streaming Robocraft tomorrow, it'll be Saturday, I'm going to gonna start working on all that. Gonna start building up a new bot for that whole thing. Like I said, I only have the one right now, but we're gonna make it work. I kind of know what I'm gonna do already anyway. So I'm basically gonna rebuild my bot tomorrow. I'm basically gonna have I want to have the tier 9 hover. I'm still in tier 8. I don't know if I will be after I add the tier 9 hover in. I haven't modified my bot yet. I just bought one and that's it. So what I'm thinking about doing is rebuilding the whole front of my bot. I kind of want to centrally place the tier 9 hover and then have my tier 8s around it in like a box or in a box. But I'm not sure how that's going to wind up. Yeah, I'm still tier 8. I may mess around later tonight with building, or I might wait until tomorrow and do it on stream. I'm not 100% certain. But we're basically going to say goodbye to Perry the Platabot and build a new one up. And I might actually be able to get away with like leaving the bot and then like I don't know, I don't really have another bay that I can build something of that level into. My other bay isn't upgraded as much yet, and it's also got my wheelie bot in it still, so we'll have to see what happens. I'm probably gonna wind up tearing down Perry and rebuilding a new bot, just because I feel that's necessary. But anyway, yeah, I need to connect this up with tunnels to the other thing. Is it this way that it connects into the other one? I know there's one of these directions. It like connects into another chamber. Alright, I need a spectator mode. Spectatore mode. Okay, there we go. How does it connect here? I know it does. Right. Oh, it's through that opening. Right. Okay, so I need to make a tunnel through here somehow into this section. We've got this. Maybe I can cut this into... Well, no, that's the one that goes up that way. Right, okay. So I've got this. I need to make a passageway through here somewhere into this section. How are we going to do that? Because that's supposed to be the like main under Citadel section, is like this lower area. This is going to be kind of where the like actual housing and stuff takes place. Use that already made tunnel. Yeah. I mean, there's kind of a tunnel like this here, but it's full of water. This one here also, I think is probably going to be the way I do it. Coming in right here and just cutting through right there. Just running through this space here. Probably going to be the way. We'll have to refunnel the waterway. But I think we can make that work. Yeah, I think that's probably how we're going to do it. Is just come through here. And then cut through this way into here. And then I'll have to make like a stair down into this section. I do like this tunnel there, this whole thing in here. That's true, it is less digging, yeah. I just need to see if it's gonna line up how I really want it to. Like, truthfully, in the end, I'll fiddle around with it today probably, since we've got an hour and a half still, and you know, I've kind of actually laid out the roadway already in the upper city, or in the seaside district here that I wanted to. Yeah, I kind of got that knocked out faster than I thought I would, honestly. Granted, I don't have like all the floor plans and stuff in, but that's okay. All right, so see, there's also this like shaft. Where does this come from? Is it just nothing? Is it not connected to anything? Okay, I've definitely gone in there though. So, oh, it's the one that connects through from the seaside. Okay, I don't want to actually make that accessible to the rest of the city then. I don't want that to have access, because that's meant to stay outside. Okay, but we've got this chamber here. Now what, does this one actually go down into the other lower chamber? Almost does. We're going to have to prevent that from happening too. Then we have this other lower section here, another big chamber down below. And then it keeps going down, doesn't it? Or is this the lowest one? Oh no, this is where I was gonna put the yeah, okay, so this is where we're gonna have like the vaults down in this section. You know, we've got a dungeon there as well. We're gonna make that into something for you to have to do. And then it's gonna come way down in here to the deep dark tunnels, which I'm gonna have to expand some of this stuff and make some more tunnel network. But I want to make a big dungeon down in here, in this area of it, where it all kind of loops together into this lava chamber. And then like has all these, it's really just kind of a loop here. So that's a good spot to have a contained dungeon. I think that'll be really fun to work with. And then of course there's like, you know, these spiraling pathways where I'll have some loot or something. And then we got the trial chamber over here, which I'm definitely gonna add into stuff that we're doing as well, but that connects up this way. We're gonna run a tunnel into the trial chamber over here, probably through this doorway. I think I need to find the actual, like, what's supposed to be the entrance to the trial chamber. I can't remember where it is. I know there is like a doorway somewhere. I guess this kind of connects up to that tunnel, doesn't it? But where does this tunnel lead to? I need to turn off the light in my room so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Or, let's see, slash, is it effect? Give, nope, give me, night vision, wait, infinite, there we go. Okay, so we got the trial chamber there. Where is door? Where door? This is a big trial chamber too. I like that. Definitely going to be making use of that. As I guess here's going to be our best way to enter, isn't it? Just right in here. Oh, I think it's supposed to be here, isn't it? Is this supposed to be the door? Oh, I think that's supposed to be the door. Well, it's not far off of this, which is what, under the water? Where does this lead to? Just a big long straight tunnel. Okay, well, where does it lead to? Where does this connect up to? It's that way. It comes back over this way. Full of monsters, of course. I mean, I could tunnel over to this one, which I have lanterned up. Oh, that's part of the... Okay, so that's how we're going to have to do it then. We're going to have to go from this chamber. We'll build a tunnel to this chamber. All the way over here. But then we need to force people to go this direction. Through this whole cave. And then, like, cut through to... Where did it connect up? Oh, it was here. Okay. Yeah. So down here to the end, and then we'll have to make a tunnel that comes over to here. And we'll make that kind of our entry to the trial chamber. And then I'm definitely going to have to modify some things in here. Want to make it harder for people. It is a really good one, though. I mean, it's a nice one. Here, we got the big trial chamber spawn. So I'm happy with that. That's going to be good to work with. It might even be like 2 of them that happen to spawn right next to each other, honestly, because it looks really big. I don't know, but that's definitely going to be like some kind of later game content, of course, for our people here. Okay, I need to connect it up between these two here-ish. So let's just do that real quick. We're just gonna make a little 2x1 tunnel here just to start out. So that way it's here. And that way I can find it again. But I mean, you're going to have to battle your way down to this. I want there to be all kinds of dungeons and monsters and stuff on the way here. You know, I don't want people to be able to just walk right in here and it'd be like easy. I want it to be hard for them. I want to keep it challenging. Sir, can you get out the fucking way, please? Thank you. Okay. Let's actually double this so that it's easier to find. Make it a 2x2. Okay, good. Okay, and then I don't really want people to go this way, do I? Or do I want this to be more of the... Oh, no, I definitely want to not block this off. This is good big caverns. Yeah. It's a good big cavern. Yep, okay. I just want to make sure that people know where the dungeon, or where the trial chamber itself actually is. So we'll have to find a way to funnel them the way we want. Easy enough. Because I feel like people are going to come out of here and immediately they're going to see that and want to go that way as opposed to going this way. So I need to kind of like make some way to kind of make them go, oh, I need to go this direction. I mean, I guess I can use signage and things like that to make that happen, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's go back into spectator mode, which means I'm going to go right to here. Okay, and then we're going to go back to creative. Okay, then we're going to come through this way, which is going to make it this, and then we're going to go this way. I need to go up a little bit too, if I remember correctly. We go up and through. Yes. Okay, there we go. So there's our trial chamber opening. Right to the chamber, and then we're just going to get rid of this door completely so that you just walk right in. But you have to find this place first. Actually, first we are gonna block it off with copper. We're going to leave it blocked up, but okay. There we go. Problem solved. Now we can find that again. Set that up. That's cool. And then we've got, there's a hole there. That's not the hole I was looking for. All the way over here is the hole I'm looking for. So we're gonna do one of these things. Just light it all up. Okay. Whee. Okay. Whee. Okay, there we go. I can find that again. Cool. And then we already know where this goes. Got this big ravine here, which connects between all the things. Big chamber here. More chambers this way. I can't wait to be working on all this Undercity stuff. It's going to be so good. Because all of this is just going to be filled out as part of the city. With housing and shops and, you know, different quests and other things for you to interact with. I really want it to just be very lively down here. What's this way? Oh look, more big chambers. Wow. Who would have guessed it? It's the one I was in earlier. Wow. Let's get some water flowing. What do we have here? Just water. Okay. Alright, that's good. I'm liking that. Okay, let's get out of here. Back to the surface we are. Okay, so we've got our little spawn area. Let's work on the tree, actually. I want to change this tree out. We're going to get rid of this mangrove tree that looks really gross. We're going to build a custom oak tree, which I have made a couple of, but I haven't done them on stream yet. So we're going to do that kind of come up with a pattern that I like, and we're gonna copy that on in. Welcome back, Matt. Welcome back, welcome back. Need to move this beehive. We'll put it over here. We'll just add it to this over here. Actually, I probably don't even need that. We're just gonna, beehive is gone. It's gone now. Oh no. What a shame. We'll fix that, don't worry. The bees will have a place to go. Okay. I'll let that decay for a second. Oh, excuse me. I need dark oak saplings. I need some deer tay. Some Joe deer tay. Oh, not dirt. And definitely not actually deer tay. I need just some dirt. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and then I need bone meal. We need the bone meal. Okay. All right. Yeah, the poor bees. Bee bros are... It's okay. We built a whole house for the bee bros earlier. A few weeks ago now. Over at the meat hall. So they, they'll be fine. And we'll add some beehives to the oak tree as well when we're done with it. Alright. Let's break this down. And then I'm going to go take a look at the big one that I made. And the other... We're going to take a look at the two we've made already. Alright. And the first one I did was over here at the meat hall. I might have actually done this one on stream. I cannot remember now. But I made this tree here. It's kind of a smaller one. But it's, it's bigger than the standard dark oak trees, right? That was kind of the idea. I wanted to have a big old oak tree. So I did. I built it. And then our second one was out over this way at the Citadel. I definitely did this one off stream, I know for sure. /TP Matesco negative 515101. Let's put him at 75. I don't know what the height is there. Actually, we'll put him at 100. That way he's for sure above the world. There you go. Okay. MP. Yep, no problem. Gotcha. Okay, here's our big old tree. The other one that we made. This one is the most intricate one so far. It's got all the big root structure and everything. Got all the nice big upper leaves. I'm happy with this one a lot. I'm going to try and replicate something like this. We're obviously not going to perfectly copy it. That's not the plan. I want it to be unique as well. I want each of them that I make to be a little different. Thank you. Appreciate that. But they are intended to be kind of our main... Like, there's a story reason why those trees are around. It's lore purposes. The trees are a gift from the elder gods that the demigods kept around after they were long gone. Okay, and then we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna just cheat and just put two trees on top of each other. Whoop. It's gonna give us our height. There we go. Sick. Okay, then we're gonna fix this. We're gonna make that just normal again. Okay, there's that. All right, so there's our height for our tree. All right, now we've got kind of our base to work off of. We got to add some extra limbs though. So we're gonna take our chunks of dark oak. We're gonna come out this way a little bit. We're gonna come up a little. We're gonna basically kind of merge this one with this other tree over here. It's perfectly okay. We're gonna straight up make them just become one big tree. This oak tree is gonna have gotten very close to that mangrove and just kind of grown right into it. They've both been here for forever, but this oak tree is definitely much older, as per the lore. I cut out some of this section here because we're going to add some log out this way. Lore. Gotta love lore. Gotta love having lore. Love a good lore sesh. But yeah, so the old gods gifted these trees to the demigods to to place upon the plane, and they did so, but now they are more of a symbol of the strength of the new gods than they are a sign of anything from the old. See, kind of making this is a little bit hard sometimes when I want it to look supernatural, like I can. Not always easy with these, you know, but that's just how it goes. Whoop, excuse me. All right, cut that back. This one up out this way. Gonna come up taller here. I really want this one to kind of be up over. Right, and then you just kind of place leaves on top, and then along the sides and sticking out the front here. We're gonna come all the way back down like that. Okay, and then we go. Gonna have some hangy boys. The hanging leaves really add some texture to everything. All right, then we can come back and fluff up the top here a little bit. Gonna fill in some of these gaps. Fluff that out like that. It looks a little more real. Look at that. A big old crazy tree. It looks a little weird because we don't have any of the lower branches in yet, but that's all right. We're gonna fix that right now. Okay, so now it's come in here. We're gonna cut some of this back. We're gonna bring this up this way. Can't go wrong with a little fluffing. Hey, you know how it is. All right. Bring that in like that. Cover that crown back up. Okay, now we've got this. I want this to have some hangy boys. Just hanging on down here like that. Just droopy leaves. Okay, we want one coming right off the back here. I'm actually going to do it like this. We kind of have some tree coming off this way. I actually kind of want to split a branch and have it coming this way too. But we're going to go down with this one actually. We're going to bring it down and over. Big hangy boy branch. Okay, and then we need some more out this way as well. I kind of want to add some more fluff to this side as well. I'm not happy with how that looks. We're going to come out this way on this direction. We're going to go like that. Well, actually, that's too much off of that. Let's go straight out over here. Kind of bring it like that. That's good. Okay, and then we have a gap here. Let's kind of trim some of this back, and we're going to come out this direction off the tree this way. And we're going to kind of come across here. Whoop. We're going to come up with it as well. Bring it out this way. Okay, how's that looking for our branches coming out? I think that's going to be good for right now. Let's layer in the leaves, and then we'll see how that looks. Okay, add in the leaves. Really going to fluff that out. Okay. You kind of want to bring that up. Okay, and then we're going to go there, like that. We're going to have some hangy leaves here as well. Okay, that's good. All right, let's get this one leafed up. Covered in the leaves. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it just like that. Totally okay. We're going to bring that back to there. We're going to do one of these things. Come around here. Actually going to completely cover that. Come in here like that. Come around this way. This whole section needs to be covered in leaves. Come out this way. Obviously out here needs it as well. We're going to bring that back like that. Okay, let's do that as well. Kind of want to leave some of this sitting like that where it's exposed. I think that's okay. Do some more of this stuff. We're gonna add one there. Actually, no, that was good. We'll do it right there as well. Do that. That looks good. Okay. And then we got to come out this way with it. Of course, come out here. Okay, that's good. Definitely want like some hanging branches along here. Okay, that's looking good. I'm liking that. That is a big old tree. How are we looking from above? It's really kind of a little bit, needs a little more branches out this way, I think. Kind of got, you know, let's kind of come out this way with it. Actually gonna kind of do one of these things where it kind of bends out and then back around. Let's do that. That'd be good. Yeah, kind of up over here. That looks good. Come across here. Obviously we want along the sides here. And here. And then the end, of course. And we want this to be having some hanging branches as well. Getting all droopy on us. Okay. Now, I kind of want to build up the trunk here a little bit. We're going to make use of these blocks here now. Actually, I want to start kind of coming through, and the ones that are exposed, we're going to change it up a little bit. Tree definitely has some wood. It sure does. It's very woody. Very, very much wood. Okay, with that. Then we're also going to kind of build up some of the tree down here at the base. Of course, we've got, you know, we're going to run some log here. I have some log here. Okay, I like that. We're gonna have some kind of coming this way as well. We're gonna just do it this way. Like that. Coming around. And build up some of this kind of base of the tree here. Gonna kind of come around here. There's some more of that root structure. I'm actually going to do this. I want it to kind of, it comes right on out of here and then just goes down into that. It's just, like it's just broken through the actual wall there. And it's kind of starting to send roots down lower. And then let me get the cracked and mossy stone brick. There's the mossy one. Give me the cracked one too. Where's the cracked one at? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna add some cracked stone brick around here. A little bit of mossy brick as well. Crack it up. A bit of mossy brick there. Okay, and then let's grab the flowers that we had a second ago. Do I not have any peonies? There's some peonies. Okay, there we go. So let's put one of these here. Put the rose back. Put a lilac in. Do a dandelion right there. Okay. Cool. Now how are we at on this? Where are we at here? Let's add some more leaf structure here. I think that's fitting here. Let's see. How's that looking? I don't like the way the top just kind of stops here. I want to add some more kind of crown of the tree up here. It looked too flat. I'm not happy with how flat it was. I want it to kind of be a little bigger, a little fluffier up here as well. That's a little better. I want this branch to come out this way too. We're gonna We're gonna do this. Give me some of this. We're gonna come up here and do kind of one of these things. I think that's gonna be nice coming out here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So now when you spawn in looking at this giant custom oak tree. I think it needs a little more height, like right here. I think it needs something coming up right here. Let's dig her down to the branches. Here we go. The wood. We're gonna come right up here. I want one coming up this way. Coming right out over there. How's that silhouette? Let's go one more this way. Okay. I think it needs a little more coming out here. Okay, but now it needs some more balance. It needs something this way too. We're gonna go see which way we're gonna go with it. Maybe straight out this way. Come up some more like that. Okay. All right, that's kind of what I'm going for there. Perfect. Okay, now let's get some lighting in here. We're gonna come up into the tree itself and add some lights up in here, just to kind of give it some depth at night, so you can really see what's going on when it's dark out or when it's raining. Yeah, I think that's gonna be important. Just having that visual of this big old dark tree with a little bit of a glow coming out of it. Just like we did with the mangrove trees, where we put the lights inside them, just like we do with the cherry trees, where we put lights on the branches as well. It just helps add to the whole atmosphere of the thing. Alright, we're gonna check this now, /weather thunder, because that's the easiest way without having to change the time back and forth. Make it nice and dark out here. Actually, you know what? We'll just set it to midnight because there's nobody else here. Why is there so much glow on the outside of the... It's nighttime. What's going on here? Oh, I saw the night vision on. Duh. Let's see. Clear. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I can see what's going on. I forgot a light in this branch, didn't I? I sure did. All the way up here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. It has the effect I want. It's a big old tree. And then you get closer and you realize that's not just like a regular tree. There's something different about that one. Oh, it's a custom tree. Look at that. Oh, the roots go into the ground. There's like a big loopy root over here, and more interesting than just nothing. Okay, good. I like how that came out. I'm happy with that. I can dig it. I can dig. I want to add some more lights in here. I think it's big enough. It deserves it. There's a few spots that I think need some more light. Like right in here. Right up under here. This side needs a little. That'll help out on that. Okay. How's that look? That's good. Yes. There we go. Okay. Big ass custom tree. Hell yeah. That looks so sick. And then from out here, it looks really good still as well. Yes, good. This branch looks a little strange up here, but we can kind of fix that with just a little bit of extra stuff here. Kind of give that a little more volume to it, so it's not just like this big weird fluff ball out here. That helps. That helps give it some more something. Okay, good. This big old gnarly tree. That's exactly how I want it to be. I like that. I want to move this out to here. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay, yeah. I like that. Looking at that from all the angles. Of course. Merges with the mangrove tree next to it, which is totally fine. That's not a problem at all. I like it. Okay, good. And we got a big ass custom tree here at spawn. So you're gonna spawn in looking at this right now. And then we've got our map room over here to the side, which we're gonna work on improving that. Need some kind of rule board somewhere. It'll probably be like here. I have a feeling I'll probably put it right in here. Right, and then we've got these are gonna be our admin little kind of information sections. And they're also gonna give you information about the cities that we built, you know, in the books and everything. And then we'll have like custom armor sets with player heads on those. We have 3 more people who need to build out theirs, so there's the space for those. Let's see, you'll probably wind up coming this way, or, well, actually, I guess if you're set up looking this way, then you will probably go this way initially. And probably follow the red path, and then you get to here, and you're like, well, what do I do now? I go up into the city? Probably. I don't know. I need people to come wander around so that way I can really see where people are going to go and what's going to make them do that, you know? Because me, I like being able to, like, have hints of things as you wander through the city. I wanted to kind of, you know, as you start to explore, you'll start to see more and more of what's here. If you were to, like, turn around, I guess you'd see that there. Got the watchtower. We got the water out here. Would you go to the watchtower, maybe? You know, there's also the beacon. Would you maybe turn around and see the beacon and be like, oh, 0, 0. Okay, cool. Would you go this way, you know, and then see the watchtower and be like, I need to go over there? Come over to the watchtower? And maybe then you're like, oh, let's go through that. I really don't know. I need people to come interact with things so that way I can adjust the flow of stuff. Everybody who's here right now just flies everywhere, so I don't really get a good idea of what people are going to do when they have to walk everything. But that's something I need that information on. If it was me, I always try to go up as much as I can. So I'd be seeing stuff. I'd see that building. I'd see these towers. I'd see, well, let's see. I guess if it's daytime, it'd be a little different too, wouldn't it? So you spawn in, you see the big tree, everything like that. You come through this way. You start looking at everything. Let's see. Do you want to add some beehives to this tree? There we go. There's some bee nests, excuse me. So where the bees are going in and out, interacting with it. Let's do it like that. I think that'd be good. Okay. Spawn in a few more bees. Okay, there we go. Now there's some more of them hanging around. Some bee buds. Okay, so you spawn in. You see the big tree. You see part of, well, with the way my settings are, you see part of that tower over there. All right. So, like, what would I do if I was coming in here and I didn't know anything here? I saw that. I guess I'd come this way and start looking at the information here. Whatever's presented. I need the rules to be, like, probably right here, actually. Like, right along this side. So that way people will see them as they go this way. So I probably need to do something like this. Let's get stripped spruce logs, and then let's get deep slate wall, and then I want some nether brick. So let's say I do this. Then we have some of this coming up. Then we have our deep slate wall. Right, and then let's give it a cap of something. Let's do, let's do like polished andesite. I think it'd be fine for right now. Let's do something like that. And then we have the rules, maybe. So you spawn in. You see this in front of you. I'd probably come over here and look at the rule board. Whatever is posted here, let's get the mangrove signs. Okay, cool. So that'll be there. And then we'll have the information for each person who's running stuff. So you know what, let's do another one of these right here. So we can have other things posted as well. Oh, I guess I can't do that right there or right there, can I? That's gonna get in the way of people's building thing here. Okay, so I can't do it that size. Which means I don't like the way this is set anymore. I now need to cut this back to what? Yeah, to here, I guess, would be the maximum size I can do. I guess I didn't need to break all of that. Oh well. I did now. Too late. I think 3 is a good height. So that way everybody can see it nice and easy. A 3x3 thing is fine. Do the same thing over here. It's gonna be a little smaller, won't it? Oh, we won't do that here then. We'll leave that alone. Okay, but there we've got a rule board. Maybe we can expand it a little more, but we'll leave it like that for now. Okay, or I guess I can, let's just do this actually. Let's go ahead and just put in a second one here. That way we've got it. Okay. Got it. Okay, so those are our rule boards. So if you spawn in here, see those, the tree, people things. Go over here, you start looking at stuff. Oh, I did this wrong. Fuck. 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 Needs to be one more back. Okay, cool. Now it's fixed. Now it's good. Okay, so now you get the rule boards. You got the thing there. You got the big tree up there. You can see the rule boards as you come through, message boards, whatever. The places for each person, for the staff. Okay, and then off you can go into the city, probably this way. Unless when you turn around. Okay, so you see all this stuff. You read it all. Then you turn around. You see that. That's probably where you're going to try to go next. So then what? You go this way, I guess. And you're like, oh, I need to go this way because that's where the tower is. Whoop, okay. Guess we're going down a little bit and then back up. You're probably going to want to go through here. That's what I would do. So then up we go. What's in here? Probably checking out every level along the way. Whoop, a door. Well, maybe you keep going all the way up to the top of the tower. You get up here, and now what? Now what do you see? You can see the town, at least this part of it. So then where do you want to go? I mean, maybe you see the castle up there, and you're like, oh shit, let's go there. So then you go this way. You obviously wouldn't be able to fly, but we're taking shortcuts here. And you wander this way past all the fortifications and everything. All the defenses. Now you're seeing all these towers show up, and you're just like, whoa, what do I do now? Let's go up this way. Bam. Through the seaside district that's all ruined, and then up into the upper section of the citadel. Whoa, you see another tree up here. Look at that. It's a little bit smaller, but it's also huge still. And then you got all the towers around here. You probably explore all around in here. So what, do I figure people would actually come all the way up here, or would they stop somewhere along the way? That's the question I got, really. Is like, where are they actually gonna be going? What would they actually do? Where would you go? Chat? Tell me down in the description or down in the comments. Let me know. Where would you go if you first saw our spawn area as it currently is? Whoop. Here. And had no idea about anything. I mean, where would you go? I mean, I guess you'd probably go straight, right, and look at this stuff initially. But then what next? Do you actually go back and go this way? Do you see these buildings here and go, I want to go up there? How do I get up there? You know? And then what? You see the pathway here maybe? You go, I don't know, that'll get me there. But this way looks like it might. Well, then maybe you see these stairs here and go, oh, hey. Look at that. Oh, there's the buildings I wanted to look at. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, look, a shop for armor and stuff. Oh, can't buy any of that because I don't have the money. Whoops. But then what? Like, what do you do next? Where do you come out? Now where are you going to want to go? You're just going to be like, well, I'm stumped. Or you're just going to start wandering. Like, I need to know. So that way I can kind of adjust things and work on the flow of the city. I feel like if you came this way, you'd see all that stuff and be like, I got to go up there. And you'd probably go this way to try and get up there because you wouldn't necessarily know how to get up there. Hell, you might even start just jumping up the hillside. In which case you'd wind up here, where you just can't quite make it. Same on the other side. And then maybe you come over this way. Well, I can't quite get up there either. You won't be able to from this side either. So then what? Or would you like actually just like get to a point where you're like, okay, like I'm here, I see that. Now what? Do I want to go? Like, where would you go? I don't, like, I guess if you went this way, maybe because you're like, that part's really cool, I want to go see that. Then you kind of wander this way. I don't know. You know, and then you see the gate and you're like, oh, is this where, am I going the right way? But then you see this big thing. Now what? Do you go, maybe that'll get me there? Or do you go outside? Like, I don't. And then if you came this way, I mean, you'd immediately just be like, oh shit, what's going on in here? It would be a whole nother part of the city, like a whole nother district that'd just be confusing as hell. Like, I'm really trying to figure out the way people are going to wander through here and adjust the flow of things. I want people to have visual markers to show them where to go. But I also don't want to just have like road signs or whatever, because there's too many roads and too much networked stuff for me to do that. It'd actually be like viable. I don't know. There's a lot of questions I have still as to how we can make this flow right. I want to build another house here. I want to build more buildings here. You know, I definitely want to build some houses up here, like right on the edge there. I've got to build these ones still. There's all this space this way. I mean, maybe you come this way and then you see this thing. You're like, what's over here? Oh, look, it's a bar. Oh, I can buy things. If I had money, how do I find a job? Where can I find work? That kind of stuff. I guess that's why we need to have a guide at the beginning to kind of tell people where to go and what to do, right? Here at the spawn area. You need to have like a little message boards and then just like, hey, here's what you're supposed to do, you idiot. You know, I guess, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like, how do we set this up in a way that's going to give people an idea of where they need to go, you know, where they're not like freaking out because they don't know what to do and the city's too big. I need to give them clues for somewhere to go. So I guess I need to decide like where are they gonna find their first interaction, you know, in the city? Where are they gonna be drawn to? What are they gonna want to go do? So I mean, if I was a new player and I joined this one, you know, this server, and I saw everything the way it is, I would probably be really confused as to what to do and where to go. I think understandably it is a bit confusing for sure, right? So how can I improve that? How can I make it better? That's the kind of stuff I'm thinking about right now. I mean, I'm gonna have to, I guess, use these as a way to show you, or maybe you get a book in your hand. Maybe we have some little information things here and here in the corner. I don't know. Maybe you find some clues right from the start. I'm really not sure. I'm just still trying to figure that out. I think starting people in the capital city is a great way to make things happen. But usually, you know, in video games, you start in like some smaller village, you know, nearby, and you have to wander your way into the main city. Would it be smarter if I actually built the spawn area like in the farm zone, and then you have to come into the city, and then you kind of would, you know, since the farm zone is here, this is going to be our farming area. Would this be a better start? Because then you come through, you see all the fortifications up there, you pass by the castle, you kind of start in the rural area, but then you get to here and you'll have the option to go off that way. You know, this would be the gateway into the city. There's going to be something here with a nice wall, right? But then you have to decide, do I go that way into like the old, you know, the heart of the capital, or do I go off this way? Maybe that's decided by like what class you want to choose. I think that was my original intention, if I remember correctly, So that I wanted each class to kind of have a different area of the world to go to and interact with. Right, so I guess, like, let's say you're a warrior. Well, you're going to have to go through the city then to get to the military base, which is going to be on the far side of the bay. So you'd have to go this way. Then you'd probably be told to go down this direction towards the docks. Which actually, I guess if you were told to go to the docks and you were on this side over here, then you would likely see this down here and be like, that's where I need to go. Right, so maybe you'd then come down this way. I guess we could have the pathway come straight through here. It'd probably be the most efficient. And you come up and you're like, oh, there's the dock right there. Right, so then maybe you come down this way. Maybe you find a quest giver or something who goes, hey, buddy, they need you down at the military base. Why don't you hop on board the boat and we'll get you there, or grab a dinghy or whatever. You know, and then if it's on the boat, then we could just have like a signed teleport kind of situation, maybe. And it's like, okay, you traveled, done, you know. Or maybe we can, give you some kind of guide marker. Because, I mean, if you had to walk, the military base is literally going to be on the other side of the city. That's all the way out here. I mean, you'd probably see all these fortifications and everything along the way and be like, is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Like, I'm sure most people would see the meat hall here and be like, that's definitely where I need to go. Nope, it's not actually. Because it looks like a fort, like a castle, like a little mini castle. Right? But you'd actually need to go all the way over here to this district if you were like a warrior and you wanted to join the military. You'd have to come all the way over here to the training facility, which would be like here. Right? So then it's kind of one of those like, man, I gotta come all the way out there just to start my quest. But then, if we make you walk through the city, then you get to explore all the city on the way there. And pick up side quests and stuff, right? But I would need to make it easy enough for you to find your way there. I mean, we've got the pathways and stuff, that's no problem. Roads exist, but it's the NPC interactions and players being able to find their way that I'm most worried about right now. Because I did make this city convoluted on purpose, but I'm not sitting here thinking about how our players going to get where they need to go easily. I guess I could make a tunnel network. I mean, we already have tunnels, right? So I could just make a subway network that has like, okay, get on this line to go to the military base, get on this line to go to the mage quarters, get on this line to go to the rogues area, get in this one to go to the hunter zone, the druid area, whatever. Because, I mean, we've got this side here, which is all just going to be like, I intended for it to just be like houses and stuff out this way, in this area, but it'd basically be a continuation of that part of the city. It's going to come all the way out to here, right? But then we've got like the bad guys, if you will, the rogues and the ne'er-do-wells. Their section of the city would be this one, in this area here. I believe there was a section that I actually wanted to make where I think I was going to do right up here. I was going to make this kind of their home base. Their leader would be here. So you'd have to come all the way over here if you want to be a rogue. Or like if you're a magic user, you'd have to go to the big magic user tower. I mean, if you wanted to be a noble person, you'd have to come out here probably, or to the main castle. I mean, because this area I want it to be like the vacation homes of the super rich, if you will, in the Lake District area here. Then we have like this whole area here, which like was going to be like, I don't know if we should have like different races available. They give you different perks. And then like those races have different zones, or if we should do it by class, or maybe a bit of both. I'm really not sure. Cause like this area I wanted to be like very Elvish inspired in like the buildings and the designs, right? But then like what class would that be associated with? I guess it depends on what classes we have. I don't know. I feel like if you want to be a necromancer, you definitely have to go to the castle. and get recruited into the big military. This area over here is supposed to be in the industrial sector, so like, I mean, if you wanted to just do like manual labor kind of work, you know, maybe we'll have like a miner class that has like perks to mining stuff, but also like, excuse me, some kind of combat perks for doing that. I don't know. Maybe you have like greater stamina or something, so you can run, or like your food lasts longer or something. I don't know. I definitely want to make like a ranger area. Maybe that'll be what we have in the like fancy part of town. Well, no, the rangers need to be really far away, I think. And then we have this section of the city, which is like going to be the exit of town. We've got the lantern pathway, which goes up to another one of our collaborators' zones, coming through the cherry grove here, where I told you the ancient city is, deep underground down that way. But we've got the military fort out here to the north, Fort Norian, being built by Umos out this way. But then the pathway continues farther north. My city limits are going to be, my city limits are going to be out here at this ridge line where the cherry grove starts. Right, so coming along this way, not along this ridge line, have a wall actually probably right along the edge here, with a gate coming right through there. And then of course we've got this whole other area here, which is probably going to be like another military structure, because it's right on the edge of the main city. Be like a second kind of citadel, fortress, castle thing. A smaller castle probably. But then like, who's using it and why? Why is it there? Maybe they're the resistance to the necromancer, you know? Maybe the people out here are the ones who are trying to fight back, if you wanted to join the resistance side. That could be a possibility, you know? Then of course the city is going to continue all the way through here, all of this area here up to the edge of that meadow, the flower plains, whatever I can't remember what that's called. I'm just going to call it a meadow. And then wrapping around this way, we're going to have another gate here at this valley with roads going out. And then of course this way, you know, we're going to have more of the city coming up this direction around this mountain. But this area is going to be very sparsely populated, because down here is going to be our like kind of druids area. And I emptied all the trees in this area, but I'm going to turn it into like the national forest. I'm going to use I'm going to make it the giant pine trees, the giant spruces, and then a big custom oak tree right in the center of it as well. Probably the biggest one will be like right here in the middle of this place, or like kind of offset towards this end. And then obviously there's going to be like a big giant wooden structure out here for like the druids. So if you were a druid, maybe also rangers, probably both of them would have their like quest givers out here in the forest, way away from everything else. Because a lot of the city is like becoming industrialized, but the nature lovers are still out here, kind of thing. You know, and then out this way is going to be kind of I want this area, I'm actually going to make it look like it's been cut down for lumber production, like all this plains area here on this whole mountainside. I'm going to have like stumps all around, and then I'm going to build like a big lumber facility, like a lumber processing plant over here. Which will definitely be, I mean, there's going to be quests related to that if you're a druid or a ranger to help, like, you know, slow down you're going to be, you know, that's going to be the evil that you're fighting. It's like the people who are destroying nature. And this whole section here is going to be like suburbia, pretty much. There'll be all kinds of like side quests and stuff to do in this section of town. A lot of quest givers. It'd be kind of your middle class, you know, your middle level area. You know, and then I want a lot of in-game stuff to be like happening in the Undercity here. But then like, I guess your rogues, like all the quests that you get from the quest givers around the area, depending on what your class is, you'd wind up coming back to the center section of the city here, the heart of the city, so that you can complete those quests, because they would be related to things that you would do here. So it would take you to different parts of this part of the city, up into the Citadel, down into the Undercity, through all the trial chambers, you know, meeting up with different people in the actual like old industrial part of town, or here in Bayside, or in the Dockside. Because all of this neighborhood I'm calling Dockside. All of that side is Seaside, right? And then we've got the Meadery is kind of a division point. And then this section is the Magic District. Gonna have a big tower here for like mages or anything like mages and alchemists. Probably be based right here. So if you want to do like enchanting or alchemy or anything like that, you'd come over here to learn about that. And then all the shops and stuff related to that would be along the peninsula going in there. Of course, we already said this is the military side, so if you want to do any kind of like martial classes, you'd probably come out here. Or any training for combat stuff, it'd be out this way. But there's also going to be quests related to this island right here for everybody. So everyone will have to come over here at some point. And then, of course, the ancient city is like way down there, so we're going to have to, like, that's going to be tied into the story as well, so you'll have to go down there at some point as a player. You'll probably go here before you go there. I want the almost in-game to be that. The very last part of the story would be going into the actual citadel and fighting the ruler of the city. Oh, and then we have this giant lava chamber down here, which definitely needs to have something going on. I found this the other day and thought it was awesome, so I made a marker for it. But it's just this giant, super tall lava tavern, or lava cavern, which I really like. And of course, there's going to be stuff down in here, bad guys for sure. So you'll have to come in here and deal with that. Probably like people who, it'll probably be like a different, or either that, or it'll be like the top of the military. It'd be like all down there. You'd have that be like the kind of military's like zone for their like high level people, like way down in there. So you would like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Honestly, there's still a lot to think about. That's kind of what I'm trying to decide right now. Obviously, that's why I've been talking about it for the last like hour and a half, just flying around, showing off the city and stuff, trying to show what we're doing, trying to come up with ideas. I mean, this area here is definitely going to be like kind of the main castle is going to be right in here, in this space, connected to the overworld up to this mountain, and up into the mountain, probably with parts coming out of it, out of these holes that are already here. Obviously, we got the big beacon on top. And then I guess the final stuff would be all the way down at the bottom. Where's that? Can I game mode again? Game mode spectator. There we go. Boom. I mean, as we established, all the way down in the bottom here is going to be like the kind of in-game stuff. Way down in here where I have the warden. And that'll also be like where you'll finally fight the final boss at the starting sector. Will be like way down here in the depths. I mean, maybe even like back this way where there's all this lava out here. I might like open it up and make a big chamber for battling in. I don't know. I need to make a boss room somewhere. I'm trying to decide where I want to do that. It's either going to be down here in this section, or it's going to be like even lower. Or I suppose it could be over in the lava chamber over by the military base, right? Like, or it could be at the end of the trial chamber. It could be at the ancient city. That's the part I'm still trying to decide on. It's like, where are we going to have in-game content? I want there to be plenty of stuff for people to do, but I also don't want to overload people with things. But I want all the like class quests to kind of overlap in what they, and like some of their objectives, so that like if you're playing with buddies but they choose a different quest or a different class, then you can still like play with them and do things and not just feel like you're isolated and like railroaded into your own story. I want you to be able to go and play with your buddies, because that's, you know, why else would you be on a multiplayer server? Yeah, let's be real. If you were just going to play a single player based game, then why would you want to play on multiplayer? I could just make it a downloadable map for people if I was going to do that. I don't want to do that, so we are going to make sure there's plenty of interaction between each class as you move through the quests and the story that we have. Alright, so we've definitely got this area prepared for doing more builds. We're going to set up all of this stuff here in the coming weeks. The fortifications along here. Get some buildings put in here and blow them up. We've experimented with some of the rubble designs that we want to do. A little bit of that. I think this one's probably the best like balance of the blocks. This one's okay. This one's, I mean, I just used a hole that was already there. This one I'm not as happy with. I don't like the way I did this. We're going to clean that up a little bit. We're going to break this back some. Use some coarse dirt up here. Nope, I don't want that. I want the gravel. Gonna throw gravel around the edges too. Okay, that's a little better. That looks a little more realistic now. Okay, good. That works out. I might even actually, let's get some of this. We'll kind of throw a little bit up here. Like some of the stone got launched back from the explosion, from the impact. Some bricks. Some of the cracked brick around that. Kind of just have some out here. Like it got launched up and sprayed backwards from the impact. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, let's see. Let's grab this again. Let's mark out some more stuff this way. Definitely gonna just go here. Whoop. Just gonna do it like this. Come across here. Well, that didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to. Rip. Oh, fill that in. Okay. Here we go. So that's going to be part of our defenses there. Obviously, we need it here too, so we're going to bring this right up to the edge of that pathway. And then we can build stuff hanging off the edge as well. We'll go ahead and hide that as a part of the military base here. Okay, there we go. Yes, and then we have this section here. I want to build a building into this space here, but I want to leave a little bit of a gap. So we're going to put a 3-block gap. 1, 2, 3 there, and then 1, 2, 3 there. Okay, so that's going to be our wall for that building that we put in here. All right, 1, 2, 3 block. Okay. Oop. One, two, three. Oh, perfect. Oh, too far. All right. Run this way. There we go. That's a pretty big box there. Okay, and then this is gonna be a building here over top of this. It's gonna be a long building. We're gonna do one of these. Be kind of long. Now, of course, it's not just gonna be a plain box. We're just using this as a, hey, this is where a building is gonna go section, if you will. Less an actual floor plan and more a earmarked space for building. I don't want to just make plain boxes. Obviously, that's no fun for anybody. Let's leave 3 between. Make a little house here or a building here. We'll run it out to here. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All we're doing with that is setting a boundary for being able to detail and stuff, and I'll have the road be right up on top of it. Okay, then we're gonna come this way with one. Gonna make this one kind of long and skinny that direction. We're gonna go to here probably. Okay. Of course, like I said, these buildings are also going to get blown up too. We're going to make them look like they're battle damaged, just like the rest of the stuff here. I'll leave a bigger gap now this time. Oops. Come on, hands, cooperate. There we go. Okay. There we go. And we'll put in like, I kind of want to put in like a small building here. It's like L-shaped. Let's see. Kind of something like this. I want to put a building in here in this corner. 3. We can adjust this pathway a little bit, actually. It's not a big deal. Oh. Okay, that works. That works pretty good. All right. Let's go ahead and just fix this since it's only one block off. Oops. Actually, let's offset this one block this way. So that way they're not perfectly lined up. I kind of want there to be a little bit of a disjointed situation there. All these are going to get blown up anyway. Doesn't really matter. But I want this to look like it was kind of once a part of the main city that people would have lived in. So it does need to look like it's formerly lived in anyway. You know, there needs to be something going on here. Okay, good. We have a military building there, but then we can 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom. I'm gonna do something like this. Put a small building in here, and then 1, 2, 3. Put another one in here. Probably we're just gonna build it right up to that on that side. Okay, cool. So that's going to be our kind of little neighborhood here that we're going to blow up. That we'll start working on next week. Okay, let's bring this military structure up here, this fortification part of the wall. Going to come all the way up to here to that wall. Perfect. There we go. Okay, and then we can put like some more houses in here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3. Perfect. Again, these are not necessarily like a floor plan. This is just kind of a, hey, this is where we're going to put this building. Let's actually bring this over. Some more over here. Alright, I like that. That's good. Okay, we'll leave this space. We'll put like some plants in there. Have some trees. A little greenery in here. You know, don't want it to all be just buildings the whole way. We do pride, the people of the city do pride themselves in having a lot of green spaces. So we are going to have room for that. We're going to leave some space for that. Okay. I think that's going to be good for that. Let's run this over as well, like that. Okay. Good. Fantastic. So there's going to be those floor plans. We got that roadway laid out-ish. Talked a bunch about what we're looking at doing, planning just wandering around trying to decide what the hell I was going to do with some of the city, with some of the projects. Because it's not just about visuals, this is going to be an interactable situation. So I need to make sure that it has a good flow to it, it has a purpose for everything. Alright, but for today, that's going to go ahead and do it. My name is The Wicked Bird. You can find me here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, normally 3 p.m. Central Time US. Now, next week, I will not be here Wednesday and Friday. Potentially Saturday. Definitely Wednesday and Friday I will not be here. But we'll be back with our regularly scheduled programming the following week. And we'll keep on chugging along all the way through through Christmas into the new year. Got a lot of work to do. I hope you enjoyed your day. Hit all the buttons down below. Hit the like, follow, subscribe, do all that stuff. Do the things. Check out Chill Hop down below. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.